Shedeur Sanders get good news about the wide receiver that was drafted on yesterday, Concepcion, and also a former NFL player who now is an analyst on ESPN. They predicting that Concepcion will be the Rookie of the Year with Shedeur Sanders. We getting ready to talk about it all right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, you got to do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. And if you would like to support the broadcast in any other kind of way, join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Let's get this show started on this Friday evening. It's the weekend, baby. Let's go.
With the 24th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Concepcion, receiver, Texas A&M.
Okay, so they get the receiver, and it is Concepcion from Texas A&M. He's going to Cleveland.
Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, get good news about the wide receivers that were selected on yesterday. The Cleveland Browns selected wide receiver Concepcion from Texas A&M. Man, Shedeur Sanders got a weapon, y'all. Concepcion, when he catch the ball, he know what to do with it. He will house that thing. He can take it to the house as you see the video on the screen. When you see him catch that ball, he got good hands. Now, I know a lot of people saying he dropped a lot of passes from not concentrating. I get that. Each wide receiver gonna do that. My favorite wide receiver of all time, Terrell Owens, he was doing that too. But guess what? Terrell Owens turned out to be a top 3 wide receiver ever playing in the NFL. And a lot of you are hard on Jerry Jeudy for dropping passes. But guess what? It happens. I keep trying to tell y'all that, but you don't want to listen to me. You got your own opinion, but I got that. It's okay for them to drop passes every now and then. They're going to do that. But I'm telling you, Shedeur Sanders got a baller. He got a baller in Concepcion. They liked him from the jump. Todd Monken liked him. Andrew Berry liked him. You got to remember the wide receivers, those 3 big wide receivers in this draft, they had been drafted already because the Cleveland Browns traded out of that number 6, went to number 9. They drafted a offensive lineman, and then at that 24 pick, they got Shedeur Sanders another weapon, Concepcion, to go with Jerry Jeudy, number 1 wide receiver, Concepcion, wide receiver number 2, Isaiah Bond, wide receiver number 3. When you listen to Steve Smith, a former wide receiver in the NFL for the Carolina Panthers, listen what he had to say. And when it's over, I'm going to play a video, and I want you to listen to this former NFL player letting you know what the future holds for Concepcion. Steve Smith right there.
Concepcion is one of those guys where he plays in the slot, you know exactly what you're going to get. However, there is some questions because of, some of the concentration drops. Are you prepared to let a guy not be on your roster because you got some questions and pass up this?
Because I love when he gets the ball in his hands, Steve. He's like so aggressive and so like he is truly going for the home run. Look at this route right here. Boom. Again, throw goes up clean. Now he's gonna run this route just like that, but it's gonna be a little funky because these guys are getting in the wake, and it's really quick, right? And some people may look at this and say that's a sloppy route. Man, it's more of a concept. Look at that catch though. And so him showing me flashes like that he can catch the football, man, I love that. Man, you're really leaving a lot of meat on the bone if you pass this kid up concerned over the concentration drops. That's just my humble opinion.
That's Steve Smith, a former wide receiver of the NFL, talking about KC Concepcion. That boy, that is a bad boy. Shedeur Center is going to rock this year, y'all. The things that we said and saw about the Cleveland Browns last year, they addressed those needs this year so far. Andrew Berry, 2 years in a row, knock this draft out. No matter what the Cleveland Browns do today or tomorrow, they have addressed two of their main problems from last year. They addressed the offensive lineman, Spencer Fano from Utah with the number 6, the number 9 pick, and they got Shedeur Sanders, another wide receiver, to go along with Jerry Judy, and that's KC Concepcion. Now, listen to the former NFL player Desmond Howell, a Heisman Trophy winner, when he played for Michigan, talk about KC Concepcion. Desmond Howell.
So if we're going to do that, we might as well start doing some predictions. So the first guy that is going to be taken in this draft is Fernando Mendoza by the Las Vegas Raiders. But the question I have for you is, you look ahead to the upcoming NFL season, who's going to be the offensive rookie of the year in the NFL this year?
You know, we just mentioned his name, a wide receiver from Texas A&M, KC Concepcion. A lot of people aren't talking about him. I'm a huge fan. I think he's a guy who can come in and make a difference instantaneously. Not only as a wide receiver, he's going to be held on wheels in the slot, but as a return man too. I think it's going to be KC Concepcion.
The Cleveland Browns, man. What do you like about the Cleveland Browns so far, man?
Everything. My visit there, and when amazing. I got to actually meet, Shedeur, the receiver coach, the GMs, office coordinators, they're amazing.
That's Desmond Howell, a former Heisman Trophy winner in college when he played with Michigan. And I'm telling you right now, I agree with him 100%. I agree with Desmond Howell 100%. KC Concepcion will be the NFL Rookie of the Year this year. Kind of remind you of his comp player is from Baltimore, Jay Flower. Jay Flower, that's who they saying he's the comp. But when you line them up side by side, KC Concepcion a little taller and he a little bigger. And you already done seen what he do on the film. That boy can take that thing to the house. And another thing, he's a good punt returner. A good punt returner. When you look at the Cleveland Browns last year, what were we saying about the special team up under Kevin Stefanski? They was horrible. The special team lost about 2 or 3 games last year for the Cleveland Browns. The punt returner were fumbling the ball just about every game they was out there, but now they got one that can catch that ball on the fly and take it to the house in KC Concepcion. Look at him. We can expect some big things from KC Concepcion and Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns this year. Now, the draft is tonight, start at 7 o'clock p.m. I'm going live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Yeah, I know it's Friday. I ain't going nowhere. The word already been out and the text already done went out. I'm covering the draft and the Cleveland Browns tonight at 7:30 p.m. until the Cleveland Browns make their selection. They got 3 draft picks, and I'm riding all night tonight. So come on back, check me out, rock with me. I would love for you to be in the place tonight doing the live show, okay? All right, friends, I appreciate you. Once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Don't forget the live show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, y'all have a great day. Peace.
Real ones never break, no. Real ones never break. We bend but don't fold. Pressure made diamonds, I was built for the cold. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the gold. Heart too solid, I never be so. Yeah, real ones never break, no. Real ones never break. We bend but don't fold. Pressure made diamonds, I was built for the cold. Came from the bottom, now I'm chasing the gold. Heart too solid, I never be so. Yeah, real ones.